So angel investing is the act of funding startup companies. At Canyon Angels, we look to invest in startups that are both Arizona-based and nationally that have some technology that we believe can scale. My objective in investing in startups was to learn about the technologies, find exciting returns on investment, and to find ways to impact the community. Perhaps the most important aspect of becoming a Canyon Angel member is that you have other members that have a wealth of experience that they bring to help evaluate deals. Not only that, but Canyon Angels is relatively unique in that we're partnered with Grand Canyon University, where our exciting, brilliant business students actually help us do research on these companies. You get a chance to actually be a mentor for those students, engage our community, make a legacy for yourself.
Investors should consider angel investing as a way to either start to build their investment portfolio above and beyond investment in the standard stock market, or to seek other opportunities in companies that would be of interest to them. The Canyon Angel Sidecar Fund is going to be an attractive addition to the Canyon Angels for members of the Canyon Angels to not only actively participate in investments, but possibly passively participate in investments that they've already actively participated in, or investments that they did not have the opportunity to get involved in. Blockchain is a new technology that's coming up. Investors should be excited about it because it's going to be adding to not only the way currency is traded, but with supply chain logistics and the way that record keeping is handled in the future.
The business school building is beautiful. Any kid or student would be excited to come and study here, be a part of this program. The panel discussion was great. I'm really excited to see what comes out of this, and hopefully some new investment flows into the early stage community.
Well, the Greater Phoenix region is one of the fastest growing regions for technology, and the types of companies out of the California market, notably the Bay Area, are in SaaS, healthcare IT, blockchain, and many other advanced industry sectors, and we are one of the fastest growing outlets for California companies that want to cost optimize and access secondary markets for scalable growth. Well, I think most people think of Arizona as a lower cost place to do business, but it's much more than that. The regulatory environment's extraordinarily attractive, and number one, it's really about talent, scalable talent availability. So certainly Grand Canyon University, Arizona State University, U of A, we're a talent production market that's meeting the needs of future industry, and it's happening right here in Greater Phoenix.
Well, angel investing actually has a very big impact in the state of Arizona when it comes to investing in technology and biomedical startup companies. We're more of an angel-centric versus a venture capital related kind of state, but all capital is important to companies. So we are growing the technology base here with really cool startup companies, and the more investors we have, the more vibrant that the economy and the startup ecosystem will become. So it's actually very critical. It's advantageous for investors to utilize it because it de-risks their investment. As long as the company is eligible and the investor has an Arizona tax credit, they can actually get between 30 or 35% taken right off the top of their Arizona tax liability. And so that induces them to write more checks than they otherwise would. Another benefit that a lot of people don't always recall is even if we don't have funding for that 30 to 35% tax credit, if you are an investor and you invest in such a company that is so certified, then if that company has a positive exit, even if it's 5-7 years in the future, then all of your capital gains liability from the state of Arizona is completely waived. So it actually is a benefit on the front end as well as the back end, and most investors who invest in Arizona will tell you it's a crucial tool that they utilize to invest in companies.
The investment opportunities we've been seeing mostly in Phoenix have been a variety of things. We only do business to business software companies. So most of what we see are early stage software companies that are below $1 million in revenue. So pure startups with an idea, maybe a product, and a semblance of a team without funding. That's usually what we see. Well, I think there is so much velocity and there's so much momentum in doing startups now throughout the country, but even in Phoenix, even in Arizona, that it's kind of creating a life of its own. It's creating a rhythm. There's a tremendous amount of capital out there, mentors, consultants willing to help these startups get off the ground. So there's probably, in my career, never been a better time than today to do a startup, and especially in Phoenix, where the cost of living's low, a lot of talent, and there is a lot of capital here.
It provides an opportunity for diversification. You get to learn from other investors, and it's probably a safe place to make mistakes. Yeah, I would say the exciting things that are happening in this valley around entrepreneurship and investing is that, for example, what you're doing tonight, people are working together a lot more. They're syndicating deals, meaning they're sharing deals with each other. So it makes there a lot more opportunity for entrepreneurs to get funded. And the other side, there's a lot more happening through Grand Canyon University, Arizona State, other places that are helping to foster entrepreneurship and stimulate startups. So it's a pretty good mix. I thought the event tonight was a lot of fun. A lot of the audience had not a lot of experience in investing, and then a lot of the audience did. So it was challenging, and the panel was quite diverse, so it gave an opportunity to talk about issues from the very early stage and what happens once you've invested to when companies finally get later stage funding. And I thought it was very informative for the audience.
The event today was very good. I enjoyed kind of being up on stage and getting to talk with everyone, really getting to hear perspectives from a lot of people, questions in the audience, and really understanding what their mindset is around the market in Arizona. I think people need to just reach out a little bit. To get more involved in startups, they got to be kind of out into the market to the people that are already face-to-face with a lot of these companies. And that just takes talking to people like Tim who are at Grand Canyon already, who are working with a lot of these companies. Spend the time and just ask, how do I get more engaged?
Well, I think angel investing in venture capital is a very personal decision, but a lot of it comes from an interest and or a love for that space. So why should you invest in venture capital type companies? It's because you're really interested in them, you have some capital to put to work, and you really want to learn more and be more involved in that industry.
There's been tremendous growth in small business in the state of Arizona, as there has been in major corporations coming to our community. And I think it's going to continue. We have a major growth market that we're talking about when we refer to Phoenix and the metro area. And so we can look for a lot of additional small business growth. Angel investing is in its infancy in our state, in our community, but it's got great traction now, in my opinion, in terms of a number of qualified investors interested in the concept. And it's a strong concept that'll be successful going forward. I think people, once they have an opportunity to see what's happening here at the GCU and the people that are involved in this whole world of investment through angel investment, it's going to be where they want to be because it's the place to be.